go.
Gabrielle, who's better known as Gigi, has finally spoken out, and the internet is definitely listening. As we all know, her and her relationship with cenat officially came to an end after Kai tweeted that he was single, and ever since then, things have been spiraling online. One simple post turned into a non-stop conversations, debates, and opinions across social media. Kai and Gigi were together for about a year and a half, and during that time, a lot of people genuinely rooted for them. They looked young and in love and happy. Fans watched their relationship grow in real time, so when it ended, it didn't feel just like a breakup. It felt public, and that's exactly why the internet hasn't let it go. Gigi is a content creator herself, so people were waiting to see if she would address the situation. She finally did, but not in the way many expected in her recent video.
Guys, happy new year. I know it's the New Year's, but right now I am navigating a lot personally. I want to be honest and just take the time that I need to reset and just protect my own peace. I am incredibly grateful and thankful for everyone who has continued to show love and support. I'm going to say I may be quiet for a little while. I will be back, and I just want you guys to know that I love you, and I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, she didn't dive into details about the breakup. Instead, she focused on something much bigger, her peace. She made it clear that this next chapter of her life is about to be quiet, staying grounded, protecting her mental health, and moving in silence. No drama, no back and forth, just her choosing herself. And about the breakup, the internet did what it always does, split right down the middle. Some viewers claimed that they saw the breakup coming. Others accused her of using Kai for clout, money, or status. On the flip side, many people pushed back on that narrative, pointing out that Gigi already had her own platform. She was already a TikToker with a solid following before dating Kai. Yes, being with him amplified her visibility, but that doesn't erase the work she's already put in. Another topic that really caught attention was her living situation. Kai and Gigi had moved in together and purchased a home, which made the breakup feel even more serious. But what a lot of people didn't realize is that Gigi also bought a penthouse in Atlanta, and not after the breakup, but well before it. If you've been following her closely, this wasn't new information. It just happened to be coming in handy now that they're no longer together. Having her own space gives her room to heal, reset, and move forward privately. Even though she hasn't spoken directly about her emotions, you can tell she's going through it. In her recent post, she looked quiet, more reserved, maybe even a little sad. And that's the real thing behind breakup. Anyone who's ever been through a heartbreak or breakup knows that you don't have to say much for it to show. It's all over your face. Breakups are hard.
Let's say this. Look, he should have never made it public. Can we all agree? Can we all agree? This relationship has never should have been public. This should have been a private relationship where she was in the shadows, bro. Definitely, if she claims she don't need him or anything, of course she's going to use the clout from him. We're not going to say that's the sole purpose, but she definitely benefited from being with the biggest streamer on the internet, being even the slightest type of streamer on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that she using them, but at the same time, they should have kept it private, bro. And now cenat in his feelings or whatever, that's because you're too invested into your girl, bro. You're too invested into your girl, bro. You got to let her fly. If she taking gifts from celebrities and whoop-de-whoop and making you sad, bro, you should have just understood that. You know what I'm saying? You exciting, but NBA YoungBoy, that boy exciting. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that got to be done. And at the end of the day, bro, people got to understand that women going to choose their happiness over, you know what I'm saying, their family. So if you're not making them happy in a way, bro, they going to find something or someone that's going to make them happy, bro, unfortunately. Now, we're not saying that she's using him like that, but let's just say that, you know what I'm saying, she ain't married. And sometimes girls do that. Like, if you ain't married to them, they treat your relationship as if they single. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, I'm single. I can do what I want to do because I ain't locked down. He ain't married me, whoop-de-whoop. Which is crazy, a mentality, but it is what it is. Let's keep going.
Especially when it happened publicly. Everyone has something to say about your life, and especially them too. Being in the public eye, having a huge following together, and everyone in their business, of course, is going to hit them a little bit different. And as for her fans or people who've been following her for a long time, you can actually see the sadness in her face, and you can tell she's going through a hard time. And a lot of her fans also applaud her for continuing to post content, even though she's going through something very personal. They're giving her props for continuing on, not letting nothing, stop her. We are in a new year, and of course, people gotta, do what they gotta do. And as for Kai, he's staying completely silent, no statements, no explanations, nothing beyond that original tweet, and that silence is loud. It leaves room for speculations, theories, and non-stop commentary. But at the end of the day, both of them are navigating this in their own way. Gigi choosing peace and distance, Kai choosing silence as well and his peace. And as the new year continues, this feels like a reset for both of them. Whether they move on separately, grow individually, or even reconnect one day, nobody really knows. But one thing is for sure, people will continue to keep talking about it, judging and forming opinions, whether they're fair or not. And all we can do now is just see how they handle this next chapter in their life, how they continue to, put their energy into their work and just continue on with their lives. They're both young. They have so much to look forward to. And I'm sure their fans going to be ready to see what they have to do next, whether it's going to be individual or together. Leave your thoughts down in the comments, and thanks.
I appreciate that analyzation of the situation. It kind of almost tried to keep it neutral as much as possible. So that's a good. I'm gonna shout out to high class celebs. Um, they're doing their thing anyway. In my analyzation of the situation, it's like imagine you put all your love and stuff into something, and then like they keep their door open for other opportunities. So like other men to approach them, or they don't have a mechanism that's like, nah, I'm good. I got a man. Woo woo. It's more like, oh yeah, I have a man, but I'll take that gift too. You know what I'm saying? So, and when that analyzation, you got to almost think like, okay, you know, this ain't my girl. This is just my time. And I'm be honest, bro. You got to think that with all. And I hate to think this way because it's sad. You got to almost think that with all the girls. Like this ain't my girl. This just my time to have her. So in that case, like, still focus on yourself. I say that to say focus on yourself because either way, you know what I mean. She's just yours for the moment. You know, if anything pop off, bro, like literally anything, there's a possibility that, and that's for everything, she gonna jump ship. She gonna go to whatever's best feeding her purpose. You know what I'm saying? So if you start feeding her purpose, say if Kai Cenat hop off the internet and he lose clout, you think she gonna still be there, bro? No. I'm not saying she a clout demon. I'm just saying she just somebody that is an online person. She gonna go to whoever got more, traction moving. He obviously doing BET awards. He doing all, the streaming awards ceremonies and stuff. But when he talked about his mental health, bro, he was really going through it. He really talking about himself, but he telling everybody else, make sure y'all, smooth. And he's right. I'm not saying like, cause I heard some people like, oh man, he acting like a female because he talking about mental health, bro. Look, a lot of people go through a lot of stuff, and when you got everything, sometimes your mental health start to take a toll. Definitely when your whole life is on the internet, it's like an you don't have a personality of your own. And I'm be honest, I hope this turns Kai Cenat up. I really hope this turn this little young man up and really have him be like, yeah, fuck everybody type shit. It's like he really on like lit shit. Like he getting hoes, leaving hoes. You know what I'm saying? And that might not even be his little vibe, but sometimes that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's just the move because that's what you got to do. Because you get your heart broken. It's like, in order not to get your heart broken, you just can't invest into a woman that hard. You know what I'm saying? You just know what it is from the jump. Don't think of it no more than that. Don't think about no happy ending. Don't think about no, oh, we're going to get married ever after. Nah, that shit almost don't exist. And if it does exist, you got to understand, you still got to be the man because that shit can be crushed. That being said, I don't see the hype of, NBA Youngboy buying her a pink G-Wagon. I don't see the hype person. That's me. But I understand sometimes it's like a Lori Harvey. You know what I'm saying? You up those ranks where, now these guys want you. You're that chosen one that's like the top pick of women because you have experience with all the celebrities and shit. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. This situation, I do believe Kai Cenat should be a man, chin up, understand what's the game because, your first heartbreak, I feel like every man needs to go through it. But be strong. Go through that first heartbreak or second heartbreak and understand like this world's cold, bro. Unfortunately. Now, does a happy ending exist? Yes, it does exist. But there's a lot of obstacles to get to said things. And sometimes when everybody's seeing what's going on, they gonna always try to make themselves look good in the light. So it's just best to chill out and just see what's going on. Test your chick, vet her, keep her in the shadows as long as you can, and then go from there. That being said, man, I really wish y'all could tell me what y'all think about this situation because I think that this is a learning experience for Kai. I think he's gonna get back on his feet like nothing happened. Like, bro, he just going through something right now with his chick. When you love something, you feel a type of way when your heart is broken by even simple gestures. It could not even be her fault for real, but it could be like she just doing what's best for her, and you be like, damn, like I thought you would just not do that type shit. You know what I'm saying? And and like I said, you just investing into the female too much. That's it. You know what I mean? Kind of be nonchalant about the female. She's an accessory to your life. She's not like your life. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could take her on and off. You know what I'm saying? You could put her on and be like, all right, she cool with me. Take it off like a chain. Unfortunately, he gonna learn. But I think he already learned. He already learns his lesson. He's at the top of his fame, bro. Like I think Kai Cenat should turn it up and go crazier, bro. And just know, like, hey man, I'm just clapping bitches and leaving them just because he already got the clout. But wifing them up, Nah, bro, you're tweaking. And I understand living this streamer lifestyle. That's kind of what you got to go through. But go from there. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. Stay slick. Stay lit. Let's get it. Peace.